After watching all these videos of Kubernetes from our Zero to Hero series, now you can create pod easily using command. When we are creating pod using command, we call it imperative way. But in the real world, we are always using declarative way. If you want to create your pod using declarative way, you have to create YAML file first, and then using this YAML file, you can create pod. In this video, I'm going to provide you live demo about how we can create pod using declarative way, how we can create YAML file very easily even if you don't have knowledge of YAML. My name is Bhavesh Shetara. Welcome to CloudFox Hub Kubernetes Zero to Hero series. Let's start. Now, to create YAML file and to create pod, we must have Kubernetes cluster. If you don't want to set up Kubernetes cluster every time, you can use CloudFox Workstation. CloudFox Workstation is a smart Kubernetes console and it is freely available for you. How to set up CloudFox Workstation, how to download CloudFox Workstation, we have all the details available on our website, and you will get our website link from the description of this video. So follow this detail and create your own Kubernetes cluster. Once you have this CloudFox Workstation, you can perform 20 labs to understand only pods. We are following all the labs step by step, and in this video, we are going to follow lab number 6 of pod, create pod using YAML file. If you want to start any lab, you just need to click on the lab and you need to click on Start Lab. Now, once you click on Start Lab, it will create a fresh new Kubernetes cluster environment for you, and then it will also provide you step-by-step instructions so you can perform labs very easily. Right now, my labs is loading, so I have to wait for a while. Once our lab will be ready, we will start our work. Now, I have my cluster ready, and if I want to create pod using YAML file, I have to create this type of YAML file. Right now, I want you to just read this file, but do not copy and paste this file if you are going to perform this lab, because once you will copy and paste this file, it will be very easy for you. But in real world, if you want to create this file, it will be very hard. So this time, I'm just going to give you one recommendation. Please create YAML file for your own. Type entire YAML file. Now, before I'm going to use this command, before I'm going to create this YAML file, I want you to give this particular command, kubectl API resources. Now, once you give this particular command, here, you will get all the details. For example, we need to create pod. So we have the detail pod, and then we have a version 1, which is API version. Okay. So you need to find out API version from the command kubectl API resources, and we need to create pod. So we are just getting for pod, and for pod API version is version 1. Okay. Now, let me clear this, and I'm going to create YAML file. Now, we need to use any editor. We are creating this file manually, so you can use Vim editor, you can use Nano editor. Now, you can use any editor with you are comfortable. I'm always comfortable with VI editor, so I'm going to use it. And if you want to create file using Vim editor, the command is simple, Vim, and you have to give name. I'm going to use pod.yaml, right? Now, the first thing is we are going to write YAML file, and when we are writing YAML file, indentation is the most important part. Okay. Now I want to create pod. So first of all, I have to give API version. Keep this in mind. YAML is case sensitive, so V of version must be capital. Okay. And we already find out version from API resources. So if you want to create pod, we are using version 1. So I just wrote V1. Now, what you want to create, that you can specify using kind. Then we need to use column and then space. Now we need to create pod. So we have to use pod over here. Keep this in mind. In pod, P must be capital. Okay. So these are like small things that you need to understand, and you can understand it if you will write this. Otherwise, when you will just copy and paste the item, you're not able to understand these small things, right? Okay. Now we have to provide pod detail using metadata. So metadata, then colon. Now we can provide many information using metadata. So we have to provide it like a list. Okay. So I'm going to provide like a name. Now inside metadata, we can provide so much information, but in this video, we are creating YAML file first time. So I want to make it very simple, and I'm just going to add essential details. Okay. So I'm just going to add name, and I'm going to say demo pod. Now inside pod, we are always creating many resources like container. So I have to provide all this detail in the specifications, so spec, and then I have to use colon. Now we need to provide container detail. So I'm going to say that containers and colon. Now we can provide container detail. Now containers can be many. So here we are providing list of the container, and it can have multiple duplicate values. Okay. For example, for container 1, we have name. For container 2, we have name. For container 3, we have name as well. So we have to provide list, and we can represent list using dash. Okay. Dash. Now I'm talking about my first container name. And here we need to add space, name, colon. It is a key value pair. And here I'm going to provide container name. Container name can be anything, that is up to you. I'm just using Nginx. And now container can be created using images. So I have to provide image detail. And here I am using Nginx only, right? So I just added all the details. It is essential details used to create one simple pod. Okay. Now everything is done. I am not able to say that it is a perfect or not, because once I will execute command, okay, if there will be error, we will find out this. If there will be no error, we can say that everything is good. Now if you are using VI editor, you have to press escape, then shift colon and WQ, write and quit. So my file has been created. If I want to see this file, I can use cat pod.yaml, and I am able to get this file. Here I have all the command. Okay. Now we need to apply this. So command is very simple. Kube control apply dash f. F means file, and we have pod.yaml file. So done. I'm getting pod demo pod created. It means everything is good. And now I want to see the status of pod. So I'm going to use kube control get pods, and here in the container creating status, after some time, I will get running status as well. So let me repeat this command. Still it is container creating. No need to worry. You know, when we are creating container and I'm getting this option like container creating, right now I'm getting running status. It is very good. If you are getting pending status, it means there is an issue. And if you are getting this pending status, how you can solve this, I will tell you about it as well. So no need to worry. Here we will talk about this, but before this, you need to use this command kube control describe pod demo pod. Now look, this command will provide you all the detail, and here you have log as well. Successfully assigned default demo pod to worker node 1. Now if you are getting status pending, then what is the issue? Why the status is pending? You will get from here only. Okay. So if you are getting status pending, then your next command would be kube control describe pod and pod name. So you can find out what are the issues you have and why your pod is not coming into the running state, right? Now, if you want to see pod detail into the YAML file, you can use this command kube control get pods demo pod-o YAML. We already discussed this earlier when we understood the basic command. So here you will get all the detail about your pod into the YAML format. Now we have created this pod using YAML file. So if I want to delete this, I will use the same kube control get, sorry, it is wrong. It is kube control delete, right? Okay. kubectl delete -f, f means file name, and we have to use same file name pod.yaml, and now my pod has been deleted. And if you want to verify, you can give this command kubectl get pods and no resource found. So it's very simple to create pod using YAML file. But if you add so much detail inside one YAML file, there will be the confusion. Okay. What we are doing, we are slowly understanding all the step-by-step instructions of YAML, step-by-step instructions of how we can create resources inside Kubernetes. Once we will understand all these things, then inside project, we will make it complex. And when we will make it complex, you will not feel it. You are able to understand everything. Why? Because right now we are creating solid foundation about kubectl, how we can create resources using kubectl inside Kubernetes. And once you have solid foundation, then you can easily build skyscrapers. That's all about our today's class. Thank you very much. If you really like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and also share these videos with a person who wants to learn Kubernetes. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.